Welcome back to Be Kind Connects. I'm your host, Shabnam Islam. It's a new year and we're celebrating January all month long with an extra special series of Be Kind Connects interviews highlighting members of our Be Kind community, asking them why they went vegan and how it's changed their lives. And our guest today is Lauren Caggiano, who's here to tell us all about her vegan story. Lauren, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, what transitioned you to veganism and how long ago was that?
Sure. Well, I'm coming up on 5 years in March. So I was one of those that took a phased approach, if you will, to veganism. I was actually pescatarian for probably the good part of 10 years and then had transitioned out fish and then ultimately cheese and then eggs. Eggs were the last to go because, as we know, they're just in everything and it's you really have to read the ingredients.
I think eggs are so hard for most people because they, in such a staple in most people's diets, right? And when you eliminate it, you almost have like an aha moment.
Absolutely.
So why did you decide to go vegan?
Yeah. Well, for me, so I had several health challenges, most recently cancer. But prior to that, even just some hormonal imbalances, just feeling lethargic, cystic acne, just some things that I really felt like conventional medicine was not addressing. And so, really, when you take a step back, what we put into our bodies is certainly going to impact our overall health. So, yeah, I guess my why is a mixture of health. And then I'd say more recently, over the last couple years, it has been definitely the animal rights, animal welfare facet. I don't know how you can be a compassionate, empathetic person and just see all the injustice that's going on and still eat meat. So,
You really connected the dots, and that's what you did.
yes, United States.
I want to touch briefly upon your health journey with veganism and with cancer. So tell us a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Sure. So I really say it came out of left field. So when I was diagnosed in December of 21, at that point I had lost 50 pounds, became a certified personal trainer, had become vegan, was doing all of the things they tell you to prevent really any chronic disease, including cancer. Had found a lump over the summer. It didn't go away. And as directed, I followed up. And unbeknownst to me, it was the big C. No family history, no risk factors other than having breast. So, yeah, definitely was a moment I was not, no one can ever be prepared for, right? However, I will say the diet and the lifestyle did prepare me. I just didn't, I always like to tell people, you don't know what you're training for. And in my case, it was cancer. And so luckily
Oh.
I was set up for success. So,
And so did you immediately eliminate dairy from your diet once you found that you had breast cancer?
no, so I had, at that point, it had been over 3.5 years. For me, it was more reinforcing that whole foods plant-based. So I tried to clean up my diet, tried to, do all of what they recommend, which is, get plenty of nutrients, hydration, all the things we should be doing anyway. In fact, when I met with my team, I asked, do I need to make any lifestyle changes?
Mhm.
And they said, no, you're already doing all the things we tell people. So that was certainly a relief.
And so how has your health journey been since you went vegan?
Yes. Well, so I used to have, I would say, kind of that chronic, post-nasal drip that so many people complain of. Since going vegan, I still have a little bit, but that certainly got a lot better. My skin has cleared up. It is night and day. I just feel cleaner. I don't know. I think other vegans can relate. You just feel just better on the inside, and then it reflects outward. Just have more of a glow. Yeah. So
So what's next for you as this newfound whole food plant-based vegan? What can we expect for you down the road?
sure. Well, I'm trying to find an outlet to merge the veganism with my, I guess you could say, passion for educating people about breast cancer. I am a certified health coach as well. That's very recent. I haven't found really a path forward with that yet. Not sure what that looks like, but I know just sharing my story on social media, I've been told that it's inspired people to not only be more proactive in their own health, but also help people facing a similar health challenge, because I feel like people just don't know what to say or do. And by me just being kind of honestly raw and sometimes just candid, really, about what's helpful, what's not, has inspired people to take action.
And how do you find that people are receptive of your message as being someone who's been a survivor from cancer and it probably is a health educator, so you know the evidence of how dairy is a natural inflammatory and it can
Yes.
actually lead to the proliferation of cancer cells. Um,
Yes.
what kind of conversations are you having around that these days?
Yes. Well, in fact, I sent the facility where I received my cancer care a letter with some suggestions, because when I was in chemotherapy, they provide you with a meal, and really the only options on there that didn't include dairy or meat was highly sugary uh, fruit smoothie, if you will, but really it was just all fruit juice, or maybe like a bagel or something. So not a balanced meal. So I'm trying to be, I guess you could say, an advocate for other cancer patients that are either plant-based already or wanting to go towards that direction. So it really educating the medical community, um, being an advocate for consumers, and yeah,
So tell us what you're doing now with Get Fit with Lauren.
sure. So with the challenge of the pandemic and then my own health story, I had transitioned from entirely in-person workouts to Zoom workouts. However, I've recently leased a space that will allow me to get back into the brick and mortar. So I'll be working with women really of all ages who want to either start strength training or continue and experience all the wonderful benefits. So, as we age, we need to strengthen our bones, we need to boost and maintain our metabolism, um, just being stronger physically for our activities of daily living. I can't. I'm the biggest advocate of strength training. I can't shut up about it. In fact,
And neither should you. And frankly, for all of you people living in Indiana, you need to be inside strength training with Lauren. It is too cold right now to be exercising outside. And what a great way to be utilizing your services and hopefully talking to them about nutrition, right?
yes, yes. I will say my scope of practice as a trainer, I really can't advise on specific nutritional programs. However, I can put on my health coach hat and give that higher level. I mean, generally speaking, everyone could benefit from eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking more water, exercising, all the things that we're told. It's just easier said than done sometimes.
So, what are you most excited for this year, particularly now looking at life through this vegan lens?
Yes. Gosh, I would say just seeing more companies, whether it's restaurants or workplaces or just general brands, realize that we are a growing segment. We do have a voice, and there is collective power in saying, whether it's your local coffee shop that maybe they only have soy milk, right? And you want to get them to offer at least another nut-based alternative. Um, I just, even in the last, 5 years since I've been vegan, seeing so many more options open up. It's great. But, at the same time, there's certainly room for improvement.
Absolutely. But we here at VKIND are so excited to have people like you, Lauren, as part of our VKIND community because we really see you making the changes for not only your life, but for those around you. And we're incredibly grateful for you. And so that wraps up this episode of VKIND Connects with Lauren Caggiano. To watch this episode and many more, go to www.vkindconnects.com.